We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers, because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks. Yeah, it's about that time. PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, my goodness. Oh, today's a show that you do not want to miss. And on top of that, you want to make sure, obviously, that you know really what's going on right now. Yeah, it's kind of crazy since we've been really digging in to a lot of this tick stuff. We're going to be putting that out there. Actually, I'll Dallas called me earlier. We were going to be talking about some things, but I'm sure it's all going to be good. I'm just going to roll with it, and we'll see what's going on. But, man, I hope everyone is doing well. Man, is the craziest starting to happen? I think it is. Check in. Let us know where you are watching us from. You guys have already started it off right off the bat. Alabama. Yep, North Carolina. I see you loud and clear. What's up, Texas? Up, look, Texas. Up, look, Texas. Man, I think y'all do that just to make Dallas proud is what I think. I think that's why you guys do this over and over again. Jersey, I see you. Texas, man, that's why Texas is our largest market. And again, I'm looking at over 10 different chats. What's up, Into Scram? I see you guys kind of popping in, popping off. What's up, PP in chat? What's up, Rumble? Indiana, Buffalo, freaking Texas. Texas, of course. I see this. Here we go. Worcester, UK in the house. Minnesota, Florida in the house. Alabama. Arkansas kicking in the door. Hello, North Carolina. Cypress, Texas, baby. Don't you forget it. Cool. I'm glad to see some of the new spots. Oklahoma. Louisiana just said, I'm here with my pet gator. Okay, cool. Awesome. This is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel news and bread. That's right. It is the PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery Patriot broadcasting network broadcasting around the world 24/7. As you can see, we have the red donate now button up top on the site. Click on support us. We need all the help we can get right now. And then the other way you can really support us, of course, and it's going to do wonders for you. It's called Patriot Shoot. It's our own pro-patriot social media platform. Go to join.patriotshoot.com right now. Why should you? Well, everything that you think you can find on social media, what if I told you all these different posts that are shadow banned? We're able to grab these posts, put this more or less like a Patriot hub, and people are actually able to see everything. Isn't that wonderful? It's great. I'm going to tell you why. Are you tired of being lied to? We are. Are we talking about things that really no one else is talking about? We are. Is our track record insane good? Seeing this stuff in Patriot Shoot? Can I get an amen just like my shirt says? Yes. Go to join.patriotshoot.com. who knows? You're liable to see me popping up in your house because we're about to start having some community meetings, and the community meetings that we're going to be having are going to be absolutely free. So anyway, if we'll let you know as we get that in order. But again, go to join.patriotshoot.com. You get access to the state groups, our voice chat platforms, the Cabal Room, the Q17 Room, Humanitarian Project Room, and coming soon, some medbed stuff. So it's going to be really rocking and rolling. I'm excited about it. Again, go to join.patriotshoot.com. Cool. Awesome. Of course, our partners here, folks, you can't forget. Check them out as well. They're incredible. LT360 Q broadcast. You can go on the website, and just click on them. The codes or discount codes are there. I would highly recommend the coffee. Java, as some people say. The removal of graphene oxide, absolutely, 100%. And that's something I would definitely be getting is the clean slate on that. And coupled with what, where am I at? There you are. Abracadabra. What I was going to be talking about. But let me go ahead and bring Dallas in. Dallas, you good, brother? I'll go ahead and wonderful. And Shazam! There you are. What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, man. We got destroyed by hailstorms last time. My truck got
man.
pummeled, man. Yeah.
We're on the line over here in Tennessee where I live. And it's just a little bit north every single time. And it's like Nashville's the one that gets like absolutely targeted probably.
Well, if I'd have been at my house, I'd have been fine because we didn't get a drop of rain in my house. But I was at Bible study about an hour east by the lake. We live by the lake, but by a bigger lake. I took some pictures, but easily like big marble to golf ball size. And at the end, it literally sounded like somebody was hitting the side of the building with a bat. Like they had to have been, baseball size. But for about, 20 minutes. But God's got he has to have a plan, right? I know he has a plan. I just don't know what it is, but pray for that because at some point I'm gonna have to get it fixed. It didn't break my window, which is really the only thing I was like, just don't break my window. Just don't break my window because I can drive with dents. It's hard to drive with a shattered windshield. So,
well, man. Well, luckily you got insurance, and that's why you pay for insurance as much as you do. So people says, hey, you ever thought about insurance promoting it? No, because I just, I don't want you get with quality companies. I'm not going to promote any in particular, but you'll know who they are. Trust me on that. So, hey, I'm trying to pull this up real quick. I'm trying to be Mr. Technical right off the bat, even though
no, hey, you're good, man.
It's been hell on earth. Let's see if I can get this on. Oh my goodness, would you look at that? Yeah, you hadn't seen that one, have you? So listen, we've been talking seriously about this. You brought this up initially, so kudos to you, and I want to give you, credit where credit's due, of course. On that because we all work together here. It's not just necessarily you, me, or anybody. Warren, we could go down a whole laundry list. Oathkeeper Bill, Edward, and so many others. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'll start naming names. Somebody thinks I did on purpose. And no, I promise you I didn't on this. But we have been looking for something that could potentially work. I mean, let's be realistic, Dallas. Number one, you're not going to necessarily be wearing repellent 24/7. Let's just be honest. Yeah. And they come in. If you have fur babies, you're going to have some serious issues. And you were talking good, in detail about that on a couple of shows. And that's 100% right. Our average age of our audience member, for those that don't know, is 76 years of age. Okay. We've got to make sure your immune system is super up there, high, big time. Okay. And take advantage of this. We're telling everybody, I'm taking it. You need to be prepared for what's about to happen. Man, I know people say, oh, it's psyops and this and that and whatever. Man, I'm talking to people in the South that are finding this personally, that I've known for 20 to 30 years of my life and have no reason to lie to me. And that's another reason why I get to go even deeper and see for myself. And so just understand this is real. This is what they did last time to fool people. They have perfected it, Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They have perfected it. So either me or Dallas are going to be helping folks. Obviously, we can't talk about it necessarily publicly because you know what would happen next. But we have something that will help you with the whole tick situation in the mRNA. That one of them anyway that's been in there. So I wanted to stress that, Dallas. I know you didn't know I was going to do this. I was going to be talking to you as well because we're all affected. It's not just us here on the screen. Everybody that lives in the South and going as far, when I say South, I'm also, of course, including a majority of Texas. I know they had it split off on that map, but we're all going to be affected. I'm going to be, in the thick of it tomorrow in Georgia. And so I'll be able to, and that's why I've been taking the product, making sure my immune system is up to par. When I started, I don't know if you remember, but this is probably about 2 weeks ago. I was sick. You could tell, I had some things going on. And I purposely didn't take anything at all because I wanted to give this a full run, me personally, and Jennifer. And I'm gonna tell you, it was a straight up home run. So we've talked to several doctors. We want to get the skinny on this in terms of what it really can do. And there's also a humanitarian project on the backside of this, just to let you know. That is full-fledged, and that we talk about that during the screening process. And at some point, Dallas will be a part of that as well. I just got to get with him on his time and everything else, but we'll get it worked out. So anyway, there you go. I just like you, man, our hearts are in the right place. We really want to help people. We don't want anybody put into a bad situation at all. And I can honestly, I know you feel the exact same way, if not more. Okay.
Yeah. And the reality is that if this was a naturally occurring thing, it would be one thing, right? But this is not. I mean, these ticks and Lyme disease was bad enough, Chaz, when you got bit or stung or affected by one tick, right?
Yeah.
That's not what people are finding. People are like coming out, going for a walk and then looking down and having hundreds of ticks in their clothes or on their, on their pant leg or on their sock. There are animals being found dead on the side of the road or just in the wilderness with literally thousands, tens of thousands of ticks, completely infested. That's where it's getting weird. And the fact that this is, we now have proof that Lyme disease was intentionally released by our government, our military, to be specific.
Yeah.
To track the spread and track what happened after people, came in contact with it and how they spread it and so on and so forth back in the 60s or 70s, whenever that was done. And this is, again, our military, our government releasing bioweapon, chemically engineered, radiated ticks and the hundreds of millions, if not more, strategically all over the southern United States, from the East Coast to the mid ridge, that Texas ridge, and people are getting sick in droves. Like I said, they're starting to find animals, and I don't even mean little animals. I saw a moose, a full-grown moose, just dead and just
Yes,
covered
it's
in
gross.
piss.
Yeah, 100%. Look here, Missy Bell saying, "Hey, I have Lyme disease and I can't get rid of it." You need to text the number here on the screen that I had up. Text that number. Get a hold of either me or Dallas, because you're going to be probably talking to one of us. Most likely, maybe Dallas, but depending on his time schedule on this. So please go ahead and do that. Yeah. It's a real thing. Folks think this, oh, you're going over the top. Oh, Marion Dallas, you're doing all that fear porn. You know, and then we're telling the truth of what's happening. See, we learned so much. I did anyway, from the whole fake COVID-19 vaccination bioweapon deal. Okay. And a lot of us didn't. And that's why they're not here. I can say that personally. A large majority of our family was killed off because of sorry sons of bitches. Now I'm hearing about Fauci, okay, being absolutely possibly going to be an arrest. They're supposedly it's getting real like that. We will see. I pray for that, and I will get front row seats if possible and film it. Please, God, let it be true.
Well, and Chaz, like your example is it's so accurate. We, because I can only speak for me, like directly, but we as a group, sorry, I don't know what I just, everything we said about COVID-19, about how it spread, about, whether it was man-made or made in a lab, everything we said about the vaccines, we were right about everything. Now, 5 years ago, you could absolutely say, oh, that's fear porn, but we were correct. So why is it now different when the next little wave of how they're going to infect tens of millions of American citizens with a disease that's eventually fatal, and a new one that makes you allergic to red meat, which is just like I don't want that one, right? I like my red meat, but why is it now suddenly different? We were right about COVID. We were right about the vaccines. We were right about the biolabs. We were right about all that other stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold my beer. Let's go ahead and add this one here. Breaking news. Vice President J.D. Vance worries the Pentagon may be giving President Trump inaccurate information about the war in Iran.
No shit.
Ding, 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 ding. We might have a win. I think we can add that one to our list as well. Thank you.
Well, yeah, but somebody's like, oh, you guys are just promoting fear porn. The tick thing isn't real. Bullshit. Like it is. I'm telling you.
No, I've confirmed it. 100%. And that's what I'm saying. I have confirmed that personally. So I know already that it's real. And I don't care what anybody thinks or what anybody says. No disrespect. Anybody says anything opposite, Dallas, just being real, 100%, because you can't chance anything. What happened with COVID-19?
Yeah.
Because so many people chanced it and just took it in like sheep. Man.
But it just flabbergasts me, like I don't do it very often, but I read a comment off the show yesterday. Like, you guys are freaking retarded. You think that assassination was fake. What are you guys watching? I'm watching a fake movie. Have you seen, Chaz? And we're going to go a different direction, but we can circle back to what I'm about to say. But have you seen all of the AI deepfakes within all the videos that are coming out from the assassination? The dude eating the chicken, right? He takes the old man sitting at the table just eating. He takes a bite of a chicken tender with his hand, and then the next frame, he's got a fork with chicken stuck on the fork. The guy running down the hallway is holding a sign, and then it just disappears into the dude's mouth. The first Secret Service guy is wearing a hat, and then he gets scared and jumps back, and it turns into hair. Like, there are AI glitches in every
And
video.
what about, have you seen the one of the foreign country? I want to say it's Africa. And this man had to go prove that his next of kin was related to them or whatever, their bloodline, something crazy for him to be able to receive the estate. This fool went and digged up the dead body, put it over his shoulder, and dragged it in so they could get the DNA. It could have been AI, but I'm just saying,
But it's just like there was nothing real about that. The way the Secret Service reacted, their timing, the way they got Trump, or they got Vance off the stage, you know what I mean? Like, but then there are people that are still looking at this stuff and going, "Oh no, that was a full blown assassination attempt." I can't believe you guys don't think it's real. Like it sucks to be awake and to be able to see the world for what it is and how it is, and still have people that just like, you guys are crazy. Like, no.
But that's, you know what, and there's nothing wrong with that, because again, people look at things from a different perspective. It's just, you got to understand, when you start, kind of ringing the bell over and over again, and the same thing is happening, or what we're suspecting that it's going, end result's going to be, it ends up being ding, 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 ding. I mean, over and over again. And it's not because, we're burning everybody. No, it's because we've really got to use our discernment right now more than ever. I mean, absolutely more than ever. We need to be on top of our game. Now, you brought up AI. I got to bring this up. I want you to take a look at this and tell me, this is supposedly this is being reported by Megatron, pretty good account on X. You might want to go check them out. Yeah. More than each eye there. Ukraine has hit Russia's Tbilisi oil refinery with a drone. Nearby residents ordered to evacuate. This also makes the massive pressure, on oil prices, I guess, going up, of course, in that region. Now, I'm not going to sit and tell you that I can honestly confirm without shadow of a doubt it's not AI, but if it is AI, oh my goodness, crazy.
This is oil refinery in Russia.
Yes, and you're saying that Ukraine's the one that
Zelensky said last week that they were going to start bombing key infrastructures in Russia. So, but it just goes to the fact that they are, when I say they, I mean the bad guys, the cabal, if you will, because I can't imagine the good guys doing this, but they are strategically blowing up oil refineries, energy producing factories, food producing factories, distribution hubs all over the world. Like, they are manufacturing. It feels slow, but it's not, because they've been doing it for 5 years. Remember the hundreds and hundreds of chicken, egg factory, egg farms
explosions,
that blew up and burned to the ground. And and then Biden killed, because of bird flu, he killed 500 million egg laying hens. They are manufacturing a worldwide energy, food, and distribution crisis, Chaz. It's happening right now, and they're going to steal all of our energy and our water with these AI data centers that are designed to track us. And now they're putting that crap in our cars, man. Like, I've done more research in the stuff going in the cars in 2027.
Dude, it's crazy.
I will never buy a car. I mean, 2026 is probably still too new, because all that stuff exists. It just isn't quite wired the same way. But I will never buy a new car again if this is what they're going to do. It is absolutely nuts, Chaz. And it's tied directly into the police. So every day when you get in your car and you start it up, it scans your face to see if you have any warrants, any outstanding warrants anywhere in the country. And if you do, guess what? It electronically tells the police, hey, so and so has a warrant. He is in this address in this vehicle.
That's exactly what's about to happen, especially when you're getting off a plane, because Planeteer is cutting a deal with the AA, where if you're on your plane, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, just want to let you know the DEA, the Department of Justice, will be waiting for you for those.
Please look forward into the upright table as we take a scan of your face to determine whether you're a criminal or not.
Yeah, that will. I wonder how that will affect business. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. How many people have you heard of that's had warrants for their arrest jumping on planes? A lot.
Yeah,
a lot. Seriously, and yeah.
But you're not going to be able to get behind a car and drive away because it's going to report you and it's going to lock you in,
right? Yeah, right. And if you know too much of the truth, they'll often steer you off the freaking cliff, depending on.
Yeah,
well,
just
they
like
probably
some
already
of them
do
trying
that
to.
already.
But that's the part where people don't get it, right? Like I don't have any warrants out for my arrest. I know that for a fact. But have I said things that go against the current administration and the current government and the current narrative? Absolutely. Do you know how easy it is? FISA, right? Trump. No warrant FISAs. They can do anything they want, Chaz, and they can pin crap on you. They can put stuff in your phone and in your computer, and they can, like, all of a sudden one day, Chaz, you and I just get a little too close, kind of like the other day when they turned us off. We get a little too close to the truth, and all of a sudden, next day you get in your car and it says, "Please remain calm and remain seated while the police are contacted, because we are now on a hit list," right? Like,
Code still says 98 Dodge Power Wagon, please. Right?
amen. I would give anything to have my 1989 B2200 mini truck back, man. That thing was a tank. It never stopped running.
Man, I always wanted that Dodge Power Wagon truck with, like you'd see on Simon and Simon back in the day. If you remember that show, people are like, "Oh my God, I remember that." I like the soundtrack. I always loved the intro of it, you know. But anyway, or Magnum PI. Hey, you can't put Magnum down. But I will say again, great opening here. Man, you got to ask yourself the question. Here we go. Right here. Look, the UAE has announced it's leaving OPEC and OPEC Plus effective May 1st. They're saying cite the long-term strategic economic vision and accelerated investment in domestic production will now produce freely without OPEC output constraints. Says it will bring additional production to market gradually and measured and aligned with demand, especially resources like the Hormuz Strait disruptions as a part of the context for the decision. It says the UAE joined OPEC in 1967 and has been a member for nearly 60 years. This is a seismic shift. The UAE is effectively breaking free to pump as much oil as it wants at the moment when the world is desperately short of supply. What you think about that?
Well, I think that spells the end for OPEC. Why wouldn't every other country go, well, wait, United Emirates is pumping all they want and charging whatever they want? Well, screw you. I'm out of OPEC too. I'm going to charge whatever I want, right? I mean, eventually, a free market brings a fair price, because right now the price of oil and commodities in general is 1,000% controlled and dictated by the City of London. Like the Lloyds of London, they dictate the price of oil per barrel, which is why as soon as the conflict happened, it skyrocketed, and then ceasefire, it drops down, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing supply and demand connected to the price of oil right now. As the system stands and operates, it is all controlled by Lloyds of London, and they dictate the price, and they arbitrarily go, it's going to be up, it's going to be down. There's no balance to it. This honestly, Chaz, should bring some balance to the system, because if OPEC, if Lloyd's of London says oil is $150 per gallon or per barrel, and then United Arab Emirates says, well, we'll sell it to you for 80 because it's not 150. Well, who are you going to buy your oil from? You're going to buy it from, you know what I mean? So hopefully it'll bring some balance and some truth to the price, because right now it's just like everything else. It's completely manipulated and dictated by those in power.
Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, I don't know, Bill Gates and the food monopoly. Check this out. This is interesting here.
It's going to make me angry.
The farmers, we kill any naturally grown food, and we engineer food in manufacturing plants and laboratories. But I assure you that those guys are not eating this.
Bill Gates is one of the familiar corporate faces, and he's investing heavily in the food revolution under the guise of avoiding climate disaster.
Cows alone account for about 6% of global emissions. So we need to change cows.
And while he talks up the perceived problem, Gates is pouring money into the supposed solution: artificial meat and genetically modified crops. Crucially, anything that is invented or altered can be patented.
The core of his agenda is he wants to do in agriculture and pharmaceuticals, by the way, what he did in the computer world. True power, massive, incalculable wealth comes from owning intellectual property and then monopolizing it. They want to make it so that every single organism that is used for food is ultimately under their control, either through the 3D printing or through this genetic manipulation. So we're moving now very rapidly toward this totally centralized food system where a tiny handful of corporate interests in bed with totalitarian government will dominate the food supply, so that there is only a giant public-private partnership with total control of all food, all energy, and I believe water will be next.
While the global machinations continue, thousands of farmers fear for their livelihoods. And the new UK government's first budget has multiplied those fears. By reducing relief on inheritance tax, they're penalising those who would want to pass their farms to sons or daughters. The National Farmers Union described it as
a disastrous budget
for family farms that would
snatch away the next generation's ability to carry on producing British food and see farmers forced to sell land to pay the tax.
So the idea is we get rid of.
Yeah. We all know. We've done that for so long now, but it's starting to come in focus. People are starting to say, uh-oh, we got to do something now, when you probably should have done something 2 to 3 years ago. Oh, or have a plan of action leading you to a safe place. There's not going to be for a short period of time, there's not going to be a safe place.
I mean, yeah, the plan of action is you outlaw all fake meat and lab grown or 3D. Like, do you realize what she said? 3D printed. So basically, you're eating, like, you know, if you printed I got a printer right behind me here.
Yeah.
If I just printed a steak on a piece of paper and I ate that piece of paper, I mean, that's basically what you're talking about, because it's not steak. And it's not really paper, but it's neither, it's neither of those things. The solution is you just you outlaw it, but then you uphold that outlaw, right? Because it's illegal to sell lab grown meat in Texas, except we have the 2 largest plants that produce lab grown meat in Texas. You tell me that it's not in the market, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. This is crazy. Well, it actually switched me. This is more chemtrails in the sky. Everybody's reporting. You're seeing so much more of that. I mean, They're hitting us at every single angle. And literally, if we didn't have enough common sense and enough, being calm through this process, people would severely be losing their minds. I believe, truthfully, people are really starting to wake up right now, Dallas. Mm-hmm. There's no question in my mind. We're seeing it. People in our audience are seeing it. There's people that are running up and down the street, believe it or not, with their neighbors saying, hey, what are you thinking about this? Questions are being asked left and right. I know it's happening to you. I know it's happening to Warren. I know it's happening to me. And it's happened to even people in our audience and definitely members within Patriot Shoot. And now it's starting to happen where people are trying to find their local conspiracy theorists or truth teller, because that's truthfully what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. It's a great feeling. However, we've got they were severely doing a lot of bumpy road stuff. I still don't agree with it, just like you. Okay. Talking about the glass fights and the farmers, I was going to show everybody the whole Massey thing, but Magically Delicious, they decided to wholly just change up what I put in there. So I would have to go back and find that. And I'm kind of holding it in because I'm pretty pissed off right now because it's, I'm going to try it one more time to see. Yeah. Here's some good stuff, though. This is what I do want to show. Hopefully they'll let this go through. So even though Trump has not made all the greatest decisions in the world, and now what's coming, as we said, it's coming to certain parts coming to him, and he's just going with it. But there are some good things going on. Check this out.
No, people say it, and then when I say it, they're the first one out the door. Oh, I know you were going to say that. I didn't know you were going to say that's why you can't destroy President Trump. Because regardless of what the media says, if he's doing what the Lord told him, we ain't talking about some of the crazy stuff that Donald Trump says. Skip that. We know good and well Donald Trump says something. If he renamed everybody, I still can't get with the fact that he called Elizabeth Pocahontas. That was just classic right there. We're not talking about, we're not talking about that because you'd have cussed out many people in traffic. You didn't call your husband an idiot in your mind and out of your mouth. You didn't talk about people on your job. So you in the same category as him. But I'm sorry, you can't destroy a man whether you like him or not. When the man protects Christianity so much that even the sinners say, why do you protect the Christians above everybody? You can talk about the man all you want to. You're talking about the man because of this gas prices. Okay, wonderful. All of that is just small stuff. You're not going to destroy a man that has a worship service at the Pentagon once a month. Real worship service. You know how I know that? Because two of my friends that are pastors, they run the services. Hands lifted, speaking in tongues, everything. You're not about to stop a man that does a Bible study. You're like, well, he need to read the Bible himself. So do you. Follow me? You're not about to stop a man who is completely against abortion.
Okay. That's something I can stand behind happening at the Pentagon. Y'all need to get on over there to the CIA and start having amen. Having a worship service up in the CIA. Can I get an amen? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is
I was going to say this about Thomas Massey. Oh, you got it? Okay.
No, and I don't want to scare people to death while we're live, but I've seen something that is tripping me out right now, and what they were able to do in real time, Dallas, to me. I'm just praying that I can. Well, here's another one. I'll try my trick for another one. Hang on, check this out.
Perlin. He's an Israeli magician, an illusionist. He's in the middle of a trick right now. What are the odds of that? But let's go ahead and play this. Not sure what that says.
Jake Shields, by the way.
Maybe the name of one of the girls that Trump was with. So he's right in the middle of a magic trick about to do the reveal. And what was on that card? I'm very suspicious of that, because almost like it was a threat. I wasn't seeing anyone talking about the fact that this guy is an Israeli, had just kind of, in my opinion, threatened or intimidated Joe Rogan. This is on Joe Rogan. This is the same guy that was with Trump.
I was going to bring this up. It's the same guy that scared Joe Rogan.
I want it to be spontaneous. Would your wife know your ATM PIN code? No?
Oh, yeah.
Lie to me. Do not tell me your real ATM PIN code.
Okay.
Obviously, unless you want to. Make up a fake 4-digit number off the top of your head, what feels to you utterly spontaneous.
Okay.
When I say go, 1, 2, 3, 4-digit code, random, go.
Okay.
Say it.
2020.
2020. Okay. I think the first number of your code's a 1, isn't it? Your real PIN code.
My ATM
PIN code.
As you
Why would
see,
I
Joe
tell you that
Rogan
on the
doesn't
air?
like this and knows exactly what's happening.
Should I only show this to you?
Sure.
Only show it to you.
Yeah.
Can we acquiesce that the first number I got was correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you did repetition. So I'm only going to ask you one more question. I'm not looking for answers. The last number is the biggest, isn't
You
it?
can see Joe Rogan's not comfortable right now.
Yeah. I'm showing this to you. How'd I do, Joe? Is that your ATM PIN code?
Yeah.
He doesn't look too amused, does he?
Yeah.
That's weird. I'm skeptical because I've got that PIN code in the mail. You know?
Yeah. So basically he's saying they know. It's not like a warning. They're saying, we know, we're watching you. We have your PIN code. Joe Rogan has children, you know? I myself included have been a little harsh on Joe not going hard enough, but this is like an Israeli agent, friends with Benjamin Netanyahu, close friends with Rabbi Shmuley. He's one. Let me see what some of these words are. He's one.
Get the idea.
Yep. Right next to the president of the United States, right before an assassination, a world famous hypnotist, illusionist, and mind reader.
Fascinating. Well, what are you looking for? I mean, we're Tuesday. We're getting towards the middle of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So much is. I'm waiting for that scare event. Not saying when I say scare event, I'm not necessarily saying like a bomb or anything like that. But man, cyber. I'm telling you, there's. Something's going to come out of left field. They're going to try to blame Muslims. We know that.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to be a 9/11 at an epic rate. I mean, what could be worse? Somebody shuts down the entire banking system and you can't get any money. You can't use your debit card or credit card. I mean, would that be considered a scare event, in your personal opinion?
Chaz, I said that 3 years ago. If you want to get people's attention, you want to wake them up, and you want to scare the bejesus out of them, turn off their bank cards. You don't have to turn off the electricity. Turn off the bank cards. Turn off digital banking. Turn off transactional banking, outside of cash, and people will lose their ever-living minds. And like you want to watch this country go into just implode into chaos. Take people's ability to get their money out of the bank, take it away for 24 hours, and people will lose their minds. We'd have to go back, but I know I said that 3 or 4, maybe 5 years ago because we've always been talking about the scare event. Like, you want to wake people up, take their money away. But there's what's crazy is these banks didn't want to admit that there was a new currency coming, and a lot of them, and I'm talking big banks because we've been watching banks fail for years, right? And the reality is they all failed when the interest rates went up because they all were using bonds as their collateral, and when the interest rates went up, it flipped the outflow of bonds inverse, so it went from positive to negative, and they all went insolvent immediately, right? They just didn't tell anybody, because it was unrealized losses, right? Like it's not realized until you sell the bond or you liquidate the bond or the bond comes to maturity and then you didn't get what you thought you were going to get for it, right? But these banks have not been complying with Basel III, Basel II, Basel III, Basel IV. They have not done the updates and the upgrades to the ISO 222. And that is part of the delay. And that's part of the hiccup right now in the GCR, the global currency reset, is these douchebags at the top of the top of the top of these financial institutions, these banks, these global conglomerate, financial institutions said, no, we control this. You're like, that's never going to happen. And guess what? It's happening.
You're being scanned right now, by the way, Dallas. I'm sorry to interrupt. You're being scanned right now. Something's going on my end. I can tell somebody is recording something, an application, or within the speaker system I have here. I can tell you right now, we're being recorded. They're listening to every word. Please carry on. I just want you to be aware of that because it's kind of tripping me out because things are coming to a head. Things are absolutely coming to a head. Everything you're saying, jam on, man. Go ahead. I hope you hear us. Listen loud and clear, whoever's listening. I'm not talking about the audience. I'm talking about, people we've been talking about that need some Jesus in their life and might need to have a, I don't know.
I got a great relationship with Jesus. I'll introduce you. He's a personal friend. But the banks, the powers that be, don't want this to happen. Like that's the part that people still don't get is everybody thinks is all like happy-go-lucky and everybody's on like, no, they are not. And they are not necessarily a part of the cabal either, right? These are just fat cats that have gotten fat and rich, or rich and fat, just working the system, being a part of the financial system. And they don't want this to happen. So, but it's getting closer and closer to it being forced because the rest of the world, Chaz, like the EAU pulling out of OPEC, like that's one of those ticks, right? Like that's an event. The BRICS nations, Russia and Brazil and China and South Africa, like they are asset backed. They are changing the system. Iran is no longer doing oil trades and commerce in the US fiat dollar. They are doing it in the Chinese yuan. Like it is happening, whether the banks and the powers that be want to admit it or not. There is an economic change taking place right now in the world. And unfortunately, the United States has been dragging their feet the hardest. And I know that upsets people and they don't want to hear that. They don't want to accept or acknowledge that, but it is the truth. And I am just praying that the United States pulls their head out of their patootie and gets on board, because if not, they are going to leave the United States behind and we're going to turn into Venezuela. We're going to have hyperinflation. It's going to cost $45 for a loaf of bread. Gas, forget gas. You're not going to be able to buy gas. You're going to be riding your bike. And
I'm going to break out the 10-speed.
Yeah. So I'm just, again, I'm praying the same thing I prayed 2 weeks ago. Cooler heads prevail. And that our country gets on board and takes part in this currency exchange, this global currency revaluation, because if not, we will be left behind. Like that's a fact. But I think we're in a really good place. I'm hearing positive things, but at the same time, I hear a positive thing and I hear a negative thing. So, but it's the end of the month. There's a whole lot of chatter and whatever ticky-tacky stuff you want to say going into May. So let's hope.
Well, they need to put up or shut up is what we need to say there. Dallas, as always, appreciate you, big dog. Guys, again, text your first and last name into that and be either talking with either me or Dallas. So anyway, appreciate you, big dog. Talk to you. See you. Bye. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Listen, we've loved to get around the Patriot campfire. For you guys to be on Patriot Shoot. It's worth it of what's about to happen. You will see. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, Patriots. Without you folks, there is no America or world for that matter. God bless you guys, and we will see you later on. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, We provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your state at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.